So almost resuming where I left off. Today's video we're taking a little look of the other project car we picked up along with this 96 here. We have stuffed some cars in the garage here. It's pretty tight now, but and that's what I'm keen to do. What I'm going to do, well, with all the cars. So walking over here, it's a bit of a mess here because we are right in the project of relocating stuff, putting up some shelves and stuff. So. But here it is. Well, a worn out, not really worn out, but a neglected 900 Turbo. This is the main car we actually went to pick up first, and this came along with the ride as the afterthought. Or, like, this was the main car we drove for there for. So, taking a look at it, actually, yeah, it has some scuffs and dings and stuff like that, some rust here. There's a way more rust on the other side. But they did include some new arches, which is just laying on the roof because this car doesn't look good either. It does need a fuel respray, that's for sure. No rust around the door jambs here. There's a rust hole here, so that's nice. Oops. I can tell you this much. This car will not run, or would not run when I got it. The fuel was absolutely disgusting. So I put a new fuel, and it will kind of turn over, and then shut off. And I quickly found out that K-Jet distributor thingy leaks fuel internally, or it leaks from underneath. And there's a piston or something inside it that's supposed to regulate how much fuel gets to the injectors. Well, it's leaking from underneath, so it leaked into the airbox and it has absolutely destroyed the airbox, or not really destroyed, but you can see the air filter, well, doesn't really look that good anymore. There's also a puddle of fuel there from before. Thankfully, it's not that much anymore. But there is something good with this, because here we got another one. So I'm gonna stuff in that in today's video and see if we can get this thing started. To now, I can tell this much: what I've done to the engine on this car so far. I have went through everything just to look at it, basics. Turbo still spins freely. It has fuel pressure now, just like it should. The oil looks good, but it needs a change, of course, because it's pretty old. When I got it, it only had compression on 2 cylinders, but when we got it to fire somewhat on the old K-Jet system, it restored the compression on the other 2 cylinders. So that was probably moisture or anything, something like that stuck in the valves or anything, just making sure it doesn't compress, leaking compression. So the compression's now back, so it turns over right like it should, which is really good. And other than that, actually, I haven't done much. I do know there is the harmonic balancer is out of balance. I'll tell you this much, because when it's rotating, it's going like this. So also the some of the belts, I believe the alternator belt, the alternator belt is really loose here. So that needs a tightening. Let's see. Oh, that looks like actually a pretty easy way to do that. There is actually a tightening. Well, it almost looks like that's loosened, doesn't it? That's probably what it is. So I will probably go through that and tighten up that so the alternator actually will charge. Brakes works. How handbrake works. The gearbox actually works, because this, believe it or not, is an automatic. Yeah, me driving an automatic, no? But very nice interior. Oh man, the quality of the materials they use, man, this is something else. There's a little spot there. Looks like it's been smoked in, but there's no smell of that, and there's no remnants of smoke like inside the car or anything like that. So yeah, has been a little mouse nest. There is actually a mouse right there. Well, it was a mouse at some time. Wow, there's a lot of space underneath the seats here. Wow. Looks really good. Needs a good clean. The headliner is of course sagging. It's a 900, so it should do that. That's a normal thing. Radio on this, actually. Hold on. There you go. actually works. Sometimes the on-off switch in here is a bit wonky, but you know, it's been standing for 9 years. So, you know, before we picked it up, 164,700, almost 700 kilometers, so almost 164,700. So hardly even driven this car. I mean, look at the steering wheel. It needs a good clean, but doesn't look used. The pedals, I mean, needs a good clean, but they don't look used. Green floor mats, actually. Or green accented floor mats, that rather. These door handles remind me of the old Toyota. So, or Toyota, let's say in Japan or whatever. Turbo there, written on the hood. This is 82. It has the earlier front end with the different headlights and different grille, but it does have the lip down here, which I learned it's a pretty popular thing to rip off or by accident, you know. So people often look for those. On this side, the rust is it's a bit worse on the wheel arches. Here it's it's rough, but not any rougher than it's back here, or it's actually this is completely gone. So this needs to be redone. Thankfully, of course, they include these. Of course, they doesn't have the inside lip, so I have to fabricate something there. But this will, of course, make sure that the outside of the car looks decent. So as long as the outside looks decent, I can do something with the inside. That's no problem at all. But on that, it also has a rust hole here. Nothing else there. This is normal. So, but it doesn't look like it rust inside it, like in general. So it looks like I need to go in there and do something, but this is savable, no issues at all. That's a really easy spot to repair. Well, I do believe the arches do include that piece. So when I cut it out, I can probably attack the inside. Yeah, look at that. It probably goes down here to the weld spot here. And yeah, the rocker actually, look at that. Doors actually also, I mean, I don't know, there's some rubber there. But the doors, the car in general, actually, for the most part, it's pretty sturdy. It's pretty solid, except for where you can see the rust. But underneath, like where you usually don't see the rust, there is no rust. So this car actually looks really good from underneath. There's no rust in the wheelhouses here, from where the axles entered into the engine bay. No rust there, which is a very common issue. From also where the control arm attached to the body, no issues there either. So, I mean, overall, pretty good. Has a sunroof even. It's a manual sunroof, but it's a sunroof. And missing the rear spoiler, unfortunately. So, yeah, in today's video, V4, look at that. Today's video, I will actually attack that K-Jet and install a new one, or new used one, and see if we can get something out of this, and see if we can get it to start, because if we can get it to start on idle, or somewhat idle, so I can actually get it out of here, I'm gonna put it on a different tire on that side, or move the rear one front and put the spare on the rear, because I need the traction from these tires, because these are winters and there's a bit of snow outside. So I'm gonna move it out and wash it, because, well, it desperately needs a wash, and there is good weather outside now, or it's gray, but it is warm, or not warm, it's not freezing anymore. So let me attack this, install a new one, or the new old one, and see what that gets me. I'm learning as I go with these cars. Never had either this or that, so I'm learning with both, and that's pretty much what the point was with these cars. I wanted to learn how to work on these. I wanted to learn the history of these. I wanted to learn the general. I like all the general with these cars, because I do like these, and I've never had a chance to get one until now. So, you know, that's why I'm diving right into it. So yeah, let me dive into here and see if we can put in that new K-Jet distributor system thingy, and And yeah, see what we can do. I'm probably also going to rip out the air filter in here, which is old, which is broken, which just got disintegrated by the fuel that will leak down there. And I'm gonna probably stuff in whatever in that air filter box, just to have something there that's not looking like that and leaking through sand and everything. So that will probably be good. So yeah, let me dive into this, and I'll be right back. Well, for you at least, I'm right back. So the induction system is back on with the new old thingy, K-Jet distributor thing. I only installed 2 screws for now, but that's not the important side of the induction system for this to work. You have to have this side on, like everything between the throttle body and the K-Jet system, because this needs to be tight. Because if you have an air leak here, well, that flap won't lift up enough, and you won't have fuel, and it will run really lean. So it did run rich before, so it wasn't a problem with fuel before. What I think is, I have one on here before after that one, but that was completely broken. It was so stuck, and it only ran rich. And when I got it to loosen up, I believe the idle air or the fuel pressure when the fuel pressure regulator was stuck, because it was, I believe, it's overpressurizing the fuel because of how much fuel or how much smoke the exhaust released in, like, not oil smoke, not coolant smoke, but like fuel smoke, that thick, smelly thingy. So I think I can just switch on the ignition and wiggle around some fuses here or some relays, and they will trigger the fuel pump to prime it. So let's see if we can do that. It might also prime it just by switching on the ignition. It does that sometimes also. So let's see what happens. Okay, so no. Let's switch that to parking light. Uses less power. Now I believe, I'm not sure which of these are. Where is the cap for this? I did see it somewhere. Well, I don't see it now. Which was it? Is it in the car? Oh yeah, here it is. There we go. Okay. Because I do think that one is the fuel pump. Well, which isn't there. But there's another one. Oh, hold on. Yes, there is. Because it's a dual fuse or dual relay. Well, I was hoping that will do it. This one? Nope. That's the horn. That's something else. So I cannot get the fuel pump to trigger with these. There's probably some wires so you can do it, but when you just bump the starter, it will trigger the fuel pump. So let's see if we can trigger that. Okay. Okay, now we have fuel pressure. Okay, that's better than last. And better than before, that's for sure. Well, it idles, didn't do that before. Well, it idles somewhat. Give it some gas, see what happens. servo noises. Well, that's way better than it was before, I will tell you that much. Well, it does something. It idles like at 500 RPM. But it sounds like it's running on... So it's able to hold idle now, but it will probably die as soon as I throw it in gear. No. Oh. Yeah, it runs on 1 now. Try holding it there for a little while. I do wonder if I try to crack open the injector lines while it's idling like that, like not like this, but like low RPM, and see if it will bleed out fuel or whatever. I'm not sure if this needs bleeding. I'm not sure if this system needs it. But it runs not fine. Still runs on, what is that? Oh, hold on. It comes around. Well, it is somewhat reacting to throttle now. I wonder which cylinder is misfiring. I can, of course, try to force open the idle limits. It could also be a clogged, I believe this is the idle air control valve. It could be, well, that didn't do anything. Okay, it could be this that's keeping it from idling. But that means I can just adjust the idle screw a bit to get it idle a bit better. So I'm gonna see if I can do that. Alright, so put on the spare on the back so I have some more traction with these studded winter, well, old studded winter tires, because there's a patch of ice here. I slipped it down a bit so I can probably get over it. I don't know. Let's see. I adjust the idle, so it idles much better now. I idle at around around 1000 RPM, which should be nice, or should be decent. So let's see here. Come on. There we go. So. Oh, that's the alternator belt. There we go. That's a weird sound. So, the windows on this does go down, but they're really slow. Oh! That's better than it was. Okay. I clean out the roof also, so let's see here. Oh man, I just want to take it for a drive, man. Come on, charge. There we go. Okay, so let's close this window here. Oh man, let's trick the lights. There we go. It sounds like a goddamn truck. This window is closed. Well, it has a slight mist still, but maybe I come around. Changing the plugs, maybe putting some more fresh fuel to it. There we go. Also, it blows heat into the cabin. Oh man. Well, let's get out the Ryobi pressure washer and give this thing a needed wash. Man, that's so cool. Oh, cool. Oh man, this is so exciting. Yeah, it's gotten dark out. Really dark. So, I'm putting up some lights here. I've just gone over the car with some iron off, or iron dissolver, or whatever you call that thing, and it actually turned out decent, but it needs a round with the foam and probably some some other chemicals. So I mixed together here foam and a bit of degreaser, and I'm going to agitate the paint with a couple of microfiber cloths, and well, see how that looks. So let's put on some foam here. It's a bit heavy with all the chemicals in it. Come on, come here. Oops. The hose. I wish I brought my other camera because I could shove that on the tripod. But I don't. I only have my phone with me. I totally forgot the other camera, so that's nice. So I'm gonna go around the front now, and then I'm gonna agitate it, get myself some clean cloths, and well, see if I can get this to look even prettier. It looks so nice when it's actually foamed now, because you know it's actually being cleaned. So yeah, I'm gonna agitate it a bit. I can see there is still some rust dissolver still coming down here. I can see the pinkish color. So that's good. This means it's still doing something underneath there. So I guess, yeah. Let me get myself some cloths and go over this, and I'll get back to you probably when it's rinsed off. So put on also some spray wax so the water peels off more easily, and man, this actually turned out pretty good. Of course, the paint is very, very worn. You can see that. It's hard to see in the camera here, but it's pretty matte. It needs a good polish. But the hood, man, this was dirty. And for the most part, it actually turned out pretty good. Look at the front here. Clean and nice. Yeah, for the most part, actually looks pretty decent. Yeah. Huh. Not bad for a, what is this, 82. This is a, holy crap, is it 41 years old? Oh my god, it is. God damn. 41 years old. Man, that's I didn't think about that until now when I took up the number. It looks like I'm missing some spray wax here, unfortunately. Or it could be something on the door itself. Yeah, it needs a good, here it is. Needs a clay bar. Oh man, now I can see how the paint turns out. It's pretty matte. But a clean car is easier to polish. So, tighten the alternator belt, see if that helps. The squeaking and stuff. Come on. There you go. Oh wow. That moves way more easy now. Probably clean the tracks when I wash the car. That's a vacuum system. Impressive. So that blows. Let's see, does the seatbelt in this thing work? Oh yeah. Fasten belts. Well, I did. Didn't you register? Let's see. She drives. Let's take it for a little drive down here. Wow, this turning radius on this thing is absolutely insane how bad it is. This is a shift. Oh wow, it's a long gear. Idles, brakes, yeah, they are there somehow. Oh man, this actually runs pretty decent. It's stable, it's super soft, super comfy. Oh my god. Shall we up the hill here, see if we can get it up the hill. It definitely has turbo. Oh, that's torquey. Wow, that's really torquey. That is super, super impressive. I'm gonna back it in here and turn it around. Visibility out the windows, I tell you this much. You don't get that today. Oh, these tires aren't really good at snow anymore. The gearbox works really excellent, actually. See if we can accelerate a bit here. See if I can feel that turbo. Oh, wow! Oh man, can't wait to get this on the road. Wow, that's some really laggy shit. That's really laggy as well. But it's very torquey, very torquey. That turbo sound, man. Oh man, that is so cool. It runs fine when you're actually getting on it also. I'm impressed about that. Oh man. It's a bit smoky. Oh, radiator is starting to heat up. That's good. Also, you know that those work, both the wipers. I wish I could prop you up somehow so you can see that, because those are really cool. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Ingenuity here, using the pressure washer for something other than washing. Well, there you go. I don't know, it looks like it. Oh man. Alright. Oh, both rears. Yeah. Wow, number plate light works. Well, next in line is that. Does it heat up? Yeah, it gets warm. I'm guessing the thermostat does not work, or maybe. Rear fog. Does it work? Oh yeah, that works like a charm. Rear defrost. Oh, even has a own light bulb. Blows actually really warm in here. I'm impressed about that. How I can see actually, maybe you can see how somehow it's actually removing the condensation on the windows here. Because it blows from here, yeah. here, top here. Oh wow, that looks nice. That is, oh man, it's also really comfortable in here. Saab Turbo. It doesn't have the grip in it yet, because this is an older model. See if we can remove the condensation on the window here. Probably on the outside, I'm not sure. Does this interior light work? Oh, okay. So it does work when you turn it on manually, but I don't think it works with the door. No. Oh, it does. Nice. Okay. That fasten belt thing didn't disappear. I wonder if that's for the. Okay, so now the passenger side belt is fastened. Let's see what about the driver's side. Does it disappear then? Yeah, okay. So when you disable the passenger side, it comes on, and then it comes back and turns off when you take it out. So there's probably a wire or something disconnected, or it could be the. I don't know if this has a seat sensor. I'm not sure. Oh wow! It heats up really good in here. I'm impressed. Super impressed. Yeah, you now actually removed this condensation here. So, oh, huh. Stable at 1,000 RPM exactly. But I do believe I do need that idle air control valve, because that doesn't do anything. And I'm guessing when you're putting the car into drive, it's supposed to idle up a bit to keep it running at a higher RPM. But it isn't doing that. It's actually lowering it. So if you put it in reverse now, it drops pretty low. Put it into park again, and it recovers slightly. Does this work? Oh. Oh, slightly. Come on. There we go. Oh. Okay, I lost it. Whoa! Yeah. Okay. Swedish radio, actually. It doesn't get anything else here in Norway, because Norway doesn't have the analog signal anymore. Do I dare open this now when I wash the car? Oh. Oh, that's not too bad. Huh. Oh man, it runs so nice. Smoke still from the front there radiator. And my guess is the thermostat is stuck open, which is good. That it's better that it's stuck open than stuck closed. So, oh man, it actually runs really good. I'm impressed. So I'm gonna believe that's gonna conclude that. I'm probably gonna put it into the other port there now, because then I have this space to clean up and stuff. I do need a serious cleanup there. Also, that allows me to move the 96 and probably wash that at some time. But I'm going for a little small vacation through this weekend here, so I'm gonna take a little break. But thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been very cool. This is probably gonna be a very long video, but I really hope you stick along, and I really look forward to actually get this thing on the road and bring you with me.